It's all quiet at the Productivity SA offices in Midrand as a wage impasse hangs over the organisation. Union Nehawu is demanding a 7% increase while the employer is offering 4%. Production SA is the government agency mandated to promote employment creation. Let's get more on the story with SABC News reporter Katlego Legodi. A very good afternoon to Katlego. Just tell me, is the strike only related to salaries?
A very good afternoon to you, Nzinga, and to our viewers at home. The strike we're hearing is relating to salaries here at Productivity SA. We're hearing from the workers here that it's been 4 years since most of them received an increase here. They've taken issue with the management of the organization, saying that over time we've seen management just thanking themselves but not taking the workers' plight into consideration. This coming in the middle of what we've seen play out in the media, whereby the former board chairperson, Mr. Mtunzi, is in the media over a 5 billion rand contract that was supposed to more or less create about jobs coming from Productivity SA. I'm going to ask my colleague to just show you what is happening behind us right now. These are workers belonging to Productivity South Africa that have downed tools today. They're calling for about 7.5% in terms of their wage increase here. They're saying that this is a need as most of them are struggling to make ends meet. They want an inflation-linked wage increase here. Also, you can see one of their placards here talking about that 5 billion rand for Productivity SA, and they're saying here that this is the money that would have helped them a great deal in terms of making sure that the work continues here on the ground. Nehawu is the one that is the majority, union here at Productivity South Africa, and they've really rallied some of their members here in Johannesburg. We've seen this very same demonstration taking place. We're here in KZN, in Durban, as we speak right now, and some of their members are also demonstrating and shutting down their Cape Town offices as we speak this afternoon. They're really calling for a wage increase, saying that they can't continue as business as usual. Here, looking at the fact that over time they've not received the salary increases. This has been about 4 years as we speak right now. Nzinga?
Katlego, our unemployment rate in the country is conservatively, or according to Stats SA, sitting at 32.6%. We know that all stakeholders need to be involved in order to make sure that this crisis of unemployment that we're facing is dealt with. Now, if the entity tasked with really dealing with unemployment is not working themselves, just take me through which sectors of Productivity SA, is there still someone functioning and trying to work on that, or is there complete shutdown across Productivity SA?
They're saying that it's a complete shutdown at Productivity SA as we speak right now, because they're saying that as Nehawu, they're a majority, unions, the majority union here. And here we're talking about an entity that is more or less the middleman between government and the business. This is where we're seeing them push and ensure that businesses have positioned themselves to make the best or get the best out of the work that they're doing so they can create those well-needed jobs. Most of them, I was talking to them earlier on, and they're saying to us right now that you find businesses really in limbo as we speak right now. Some of those businesses that would really look out reach out to Productivity South Africa to support them in getting or keeping afloat. Most of the entity or most of the people that are here, the workers, they are saying that companies have been struggling to make ends meet, and this is where you see Productivity South Africa being very important as an entity. They do consultant work as well, just ensuring that some of these businesses are positioned to get the best out of funding and the likes coming through from government. So they're saying that as we speak right now, there may be a small business trying to reach out to them to say, I'm really knee deep in terms of challenges. I need you to come through to help at this point in time. But that is not the case, because these men and women that are supposed to be behind their desks are out here demonstrating, calling for a wage increase, and also taking issue really with what has been happening at the board level, saying that their consideration or their plight have not been taken into consideration, and this has a ripple effect on small and medium enterprise businesses. This also having a ripple effect on the issue or the process of job creation, where it's been all hands on deck. Most of these entities, they work with the Department of Employment and Labour. They work with the DTIC as well in facilitating some of the trade deals here, and we're seeing them saying that they need to ensure ensure that they are really looked after so they can be able to, at best, do best to ensure that they run this entity in a way that also businesses and ordinary South Africans will tend to benefit from what has been happening here over time. But we're seeing them downing tools. They're expecting most of their members to also join in. They're also saying that most of their members are in KZN as we speak right now, where there is actually a hive of activity. They've also been waiting for the Nehawu office bearers to come through and give them a sense of how they're going to support them going forward around this particular demonstration. I'm told that one of the leaders of Nehawu, Mr. Vonani, speaking to us to just give us a sense of what they're. But we'll just wait for him and show you what is happening. That these are members of, Nehawu coming through from Productivity South Africa to try by all means to speak to us today and give us a sense of what they are demonstrating over. So I'm told that Mr. Vonani is here as we speak right now. So he'll be coming through to speak to us as we've been waiting to get sense from the office bearers of Nehawu. We found workers at Productivity SA Downing Tools. Mr. Vonani, welcome to the SABC, sir. We are live as we speak right now. We're seeing that your workers are demonstrating as part of Productivity South Africa. Maybe just step into the camera and of why we find ourselves here today. Welcome to the SABC.
No, thank you very much for giving us an opportunity to talk about what is actually happening here as Nehawu. We are on strike here at Productivity SA because we have been engaged in negotiation with the employer. The employer continues not to give our members any increase since 2020. Our members have not been receiving any increase. But to our surprise, this year, the executives have given them an increase and they are not giving us anything in terms of our increase. So in the main, this is what is leading us to be in a strike like this. And we are of the view that to us and plead poverty. It will then mean that nobody in that institution qualifies for an increase. It can't be fair that the executives who are already earning more than our members find themselves getting an increase while members who are earning less, who are also affected directly by the inflation currently, are not getting an increase. That is why we are on strike. But since we started with our strike in the morning, we are very much concerned about the attitude of the employer towards our members. This is a protected strike. And in the picket rules, we have agreed that the parking will be the employer. When members on strike want to use bathrooms, they will be able to enter into the premises of the employer. But we are seeing, starting from KZN this morning, our members are not allowed to use the parking. Our members are not allowed to access, maybe to use the bathrooms and other things. So we are saying the employer is very much unfair and is not acting in line with our agreement.
Give us a sense of the impact as we speak right now with these workers having down tools here in KZN and in the Western Cape. What is the impact as we speak right now?
Currently, what we can say is that we are happy because a number of our members are out. The institution is not that big. The number that it's okay, and there are an impact. We have not done the actual assessment in terms of the impact, but we will go back and look at what is the impact inside internally as to what is actually happening.
Also, before I let you go, we know very well that this coming through at a time when we've seen Productivity SA finding itself in the middle of the media with the former chairperson here. There's also the and a tender that is grabbing headlines as we speak right now. Does this strike have anything to do with what we're seeing playing out in the media or anything or in terms of what has been happening here at Productivity South Africa?
We are on strike based on the that we have been embarking on with the employer. We don't have anything outside what is happening in terms of the negotiation that we can say triggered our members to go on strike. So far we are on strike because we are demanding what is right, what we believe is rightfully ours. We deserve an increase. It can't be correct that since 2020 we are not getting an increase. That is why we are on strike.
All right, sir, Mr. Vonani, thank you very much, sir, for your time. Is coming through as the office bearer from Nehawu as they are demonstrating here. You can hear him saying that they've downed tools in 3 of the provinces and they're expecting to later on just get track or just more or less get a sense of the impact of this demonstration as we speak this afternoon.